Hey everybody, Russ W. Oker, Go Hills TV, powered by JBS. This is Food. Time for a postgame with Coach Torrez. Coming off a High-B Warrior win in game number 2, 11-9. We dropped the first one 7-5. But we got off to a good start. Marquette gets the 3-run homer in that first inning. But unfortunately after that, their guy Tejada settled in and we were unable to crack through for a while, and they came out on top.
Yeah, they say that the best time to get a pitcher is in the first. And we got to him, and then we just couldn't stay on the gas pedal, and that's something you got to do, and they were able to fight back and get us there towards the end of the game.
Chang had a couple of walks today, but all in all, he was there, did what he did. He throws the ball around the strike zone, gives your defense a chance to help him, and I didn't think he was bad today.
No, it's tough to pitch out there right now. The wind's been really strong the last few games, and that's just what's going to happen. The ball's going to go out. They got a couple balls airborne. You get a ball elevated, and Boris Rodriguez got a ball elevated in this game too, and you know what I mean? So you get a ball elevated, and it's going to probably have a chance to fly out right now.
Kel Clark continues to swing a good bat for you. He homered in the first game, had a number of big hits today. Yeah,
he's been doing a really good job. He's made some adjustments, it looks like, and he's went to work, and he's given us some fire down there at the bottom of the order, towards the bottom.
Defensively, no errors in that game. Pretty clean first game. The team looks to be making the plays.
Yeah, we've done a good job defensively. Like I said, it's right now with the weather warming up and the wind blowing out. It literally is about if you're going to drive the ball out of the yard right now. So, and fortunately here in the last few games, we've been able to do that a little bit.
All right, you come into game number 2. You put Curtis Smith out there, goes 3 innings for you. Did have the 6 strikeouts. Your evaluation on his performance today?
He was okay. He came up a little lame there, and that's kind of why we went and got him early. And Ethan got hit in the head, and we got a couple guys out with concussion right now. So we're battling some injury bugs right now, and we're gonna see what happens tomorrow morning.
I'm sure you don't know a lot about Acevedo, and I'm not sure how much you can share with us. So, we saw what we saw. Obviously, that was a scary moment there. It was good to see him get back up on his own feet, but I'm sure there's great concern there.
Yeah, Alex went ahead and ran him up. I don't know if he's taken him to the hospital yet or not. I don't even know that, but I know he ran him up and got him, out of the heat and the wind and all that kind of stuff, and was up in the training room. So, he was bleeding and stuff, so it was pretty unnerving, I think, for our ball club for a couple innings.
Yeah, I think it shakes anybody at that point, and we were able to battle back. Zach Pace, he's really coming on for you. A couple homers the other day, and not much bigger than this one right here this afternoon.
Yeah, that was big for us right there. Struggled for a little bit for the day, and then just stayed with it, and I think that should show him and others, like, hey man, like sometimes when it's not going well for you early in the game or early in whatever, maybe a match, if you're a freaking wrestler or what, you know what I mean? Like, sorry, Cole Spree, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you just stay with it, and you get in there and you grind it out for the day, and something good's going to happen for you. So, you know what I mean? Like, I watched Cole's guys just grind it out, stay with it, and you know what I mean? Like, they did a really good job all year, and that's something, hopefully our guys are starting to get a hang of. Just fight it, just keep fighting it.
Well, baseball can be a lot like golf in that way. You have to leave the last shot behind you, and that's easier said than done. You got to leave the last at-bat and the at-bat before that behind you if it wasn't a good one, and the next at-bat, you never know when you're going to be in a big moment.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny, he kind of struggled first part of the day, but you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. You're going to be up in that big moment. Those guys that are kind of like, pressing and, not feeling great about themselves. It's always just kind of baseball where they're right there in the big time moment.
Lincoln Muller, I feel like, has really been giving you a lot of good innings. Gave up the home run today, but that's going to happen today, especially with that wind and having to elevate some of the pitches. And but he gave us what we needed today. Yeah,
he gave us a chance to win, and that's what I told him when he came off. I said, "Hey man, really good job. You gave us a chance to win it." Whether we do or not, you never know. But he gave us a chance to stay in the baseball game. 3 innings, I think, 2 runs. Did a really good job, and he's our lone lefty out of the bullpen, so he gets called on in some moments where maybe some other guys wouldn't be, just because of the the matchup here or there.
All right, Coach, you get to split today. Obviously, you want to win them all. We were on a 7-game win streak. You knew eventually you were going to drop one, but taking 2 out of 3 this weekend is really essential. A good bounce-back win here, so you don't get in any kind of a tailspin. A win tomorrow, and you're still riding some pretty good momentum. This is kind of a big game coming at us tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow will be big. I guess I don't know. They're all big right now. You know what I mean? They really are down the stretch here. They're all really big, and so you get bucked off the horse. You try to get back back on it and you try to get going again. So, this win was pretty good for us, and, hopefully we show up tomorrow and we'll get going again.
All right. Appreciate it. Coach Matt Torrez joining us here on the post game as the Indian Hills Warriors split with DMACC today. Game 3, final game of the series tomorrow. That's a 1 o'clock first pitch here at Pat Daugherty. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. I'm sure a big crowd in the maroon and gold wouldn't hurt for the fellows to see that.
Yeah, that'd be good. We had some good people out here today, and it was nice, and it's been a nice weekend, so it'd be good to see people out.
All right, thanks, Coach. That's going to do it for us. Warriors split with DMACC today. Get a Hy-Vee Warrior win in the second game. I'm Russ W. Oker, Go Hills TV, powered by JBS.